Shalom, shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises to Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. Salutation to you, sincere Akim out there spreading his truth throughout the four corners of the globe and righteousness and sincerity, starting with the elders and apostles, great millstone on down. So how willing is it to be edifying? Just want to do a quick video real fast, man. Kodak Black, is a famous rapper, you know what I'm saying? So-called celebrity here in Babylon, but he's a Israelite, and through the spirit, he been feeling the curses. He been going in and out of jail, in and out of the system. So he just came home today, and he posted this pic not too long ago, and it's circulating right now. It says, "We buy our way out of jail, but we can't buy freedom," which is the truth, because we here in Babylon. We were sold unto our enemies because we provoked the Most High to anger, man. All right. And it don't matter if you're the richest Israelite or the poorest Israelite, all these curses are going to fall upon you, man. All right. Read a quick scripture. Is Baruch chapter 3, verse 8. Behold, we are yet this day in our captivity, where thou hast scattered us for a reproach and a curse, and to be subject to payments. All right. Because he says right there, we could buy our way out of jail, but we can't buy freedom. Yeah, it don't matter if you're the poorest or the richest Israelite, you still gonna have some way where you're gonna have to actually pay, man. You're actually gonna feel it in your pockets, man. You know what I'm saying? It says, according to all the iniquities of our fathers, which departed from the Lord our power. That's what our ancestors did, man. Most High was with us. If you go into Deuteronomy, the 28th chapter, the first scriptures, it goes into the blessings if we were obedient and kept the law, statute, commandments, and do them. But then it goes into the curses, man. When you go down to 15 to 68, and matter of fact, I'm gonna get that because it's spiritual. It says what? The caption says, "We buy our way out of jail, but we can't buy freedom." Pound Israel. You go to Deuteronomy 28:68, reads, "And Yahweh shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships." Understanding it's not talking about actual Egypt, what the world known as Egypt today. That landmass is talking about bondage, and it says Egypt again with ships, because we were brought here to serve bondage, to serve servitude on a way of cargo slave ships, man. It says, "By the way whereof I spake unto thee, thou shalt see it no more again, and there ye shall be sold unto your enemies for bondmen and bondwomen, which are slaves." So we were sold unto your enemies, our enemies. That's what we're here today, man. The so-called white man, who his real nationality, his biblical nationality is Esau. All right, they're the Edomites. All right. It says, "For bondmen and bondwomen, and no man shall buy you." That buy is an old English word for save, man. All right. No man shall save us. That's why we need Yahweh Shai to come back, man, and take us out of this captivity, man. Matter of fact, I want to bring another scripture because, right, Israel think that, a lot of Israelites, especially a lot of so-called celebrities, they're waking up to knowing that they're Israel, Now, a lot of even Israelites that know they're Israel and that sincerely believe that they're keeping the law, statute, commandments, and those that are actually doing so, a lot of people get starstruck because so-called, is celebrity Jake may wake up to the truth, right? But you have to understand, man, it's always that groping process, because if you know you're an Israelite, guess what? Now you got to actually be an Israelite, all right? Can't just be hearers of the word. You got to be doers of the word too, man. All right? This is Deuteronomy 28, 29. It says, "And thou shalt grope at noonday as the blind gropeth in darkness, and thou shalt not prosper in thy ways, and thou shalt be only oppressed and spoiled evermore, and no man shall save thee." All right? There you go. That word save again, because we need salvation, man. All right? It don't matter. It doesn't matter who you are, man. If you're an Israelite, you're poor or rich, it doesn't matter, man. You're gonna continue to be oppressed and spoiled. And if you're a so-called A-list celebrity or popping rapper, battle, whatever the case may be, you got a lot of people that look upon you in Babylon, and you're an Israelite, and you getting consumed and spoiled here, man. It's a heavy burden, you know what I'm saying? And that's why you got so-called Israelites that are celebrities now waking up to this truth, because we're at the end of this thing. We're literally we're literally at the end of this captivity. We're literally at the end of Esau's rulership, man. You know, even LeBron James said, "What? It don't matter if you're not exact quote, but he was going into, it doesn't matter, you know, how rich you are. If you're, it's rough being black. You know, his house was vandalized and stuff. You know, they vandalized his house. You know what I'm saying? Bring a quick scripture too. Back that point up, man. Like basically, man. All right, if you know you're an Israelite and you're not actually calling, you know, getting the name and growing in the faith and, you know, praying and fasting and being faithful, man, and getting rooted in this thing, and you just saying you're an Israelite, but you're not being one, you're just a heathen, man. You're still being, you're still a heathen, man. All right. Not all Israel is Israel, man. This is 2nd Esdras chapter 3, verse 36. Thou shalt find that Israel by name have kept thy precepts, but not the heathen. You know what I'm saying? So basically, bringing that out, I just wanted to prove a point that, look, man, you know, if people wake up to the truth from these Israelites waking up, that knowing that they're Israelite, that's not the end. That's not the end or be all, man. You actually gotta be an Israelite, man. You actually gotta study to show thyself approved. You know what I'm saying? Don't think just knowing it that's it, man. You know. But that being said, you know, Most High William was edifying. Only give all praises to Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. Shalom.